The heck is that? You fishing?
That's exactly what you do.
Oh,
that's what you do. Stories, you fishing.
No, reels, you're fishing.
No.
Because a reel is a fish. You got to reel it in.
No.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Happy Friday, guys.
God, I wish it was Friday.
It's not?
I know, right? I'm just so
Really?
ready. Well, because...
Somebody lied to me.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not Friday. I wish it was Friday. I mean, I'd be happy with... Yeah, no, I won't...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is, what day it is.
No, it doesn't.
So...
No, it doesn't. Hey, from Sweden. What's happening? Hello.
Like Sweden.
Good day. How is everybody doing?
What's up?
Dave's first again, checking in from Springfield, Massachusetts. Good job, Dave. Good job. Hello,
What up,
Bobby. How's everybody doing? Hola, gentlemen.
Hi. Hey.
Good timing.
What's going on?
Just got on YouTube. Check out some more 5-star vids. Well, that's
Thanks,
fantastic.
Man.
Is it Knowledge Fest yet? No. Knowledge Fest is the first weekend in June.
2 weeks.
So basically, yeah, we got like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. No, we have 2.5 weeks.
No,
2.5 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, because the calendar's right there.
I can see it, bro. I'm short.
I know. That's why I'm telling you. I got up to look because we have 2 weeks.
You're like this. I know. I have to stand up
yeah. I got up.
It.
So today's the 20th. So we have this week, which is the 25th. Next week is the 27th through the 1st. Yeah.
27?
So 2 weeks.
And then we leave this day. So 2 weeks.
Well, we leave on Wednesday.
Exactly. So it's 2 weeks.
No, that's Tuesday. Wednesday is the 5th. Tuesday is the 4th.
Sure.
I know. It's fine. That's like I said. It's my birthday. So it's like not soon enough.
It's your birthday?
Well, the nice thing is that we have Monday off. So this Monday, because it's what I like to call the two Monday holidays, we have it off. So we don't have to work this Monday. So it's like
we're gonna party like a rock
we got a 5-day week, and then we have a 4-day week, 3-day week, Monday, 3-day week. So
3-day week.
Yeah, because it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wow. So we have a full week this week. We have a 5-day week next week, and then we have a 3-day week, and then we get on a plane, and then so. It's stupid because we tell ourselves that we're not working, but we're going to be working for 2 weeks straight. Yeah.
So, well, it's always like that. We go into these places and it's like, and then run.
Yeah. Hola. ¿Cómo está?
Hey, brother. Look at that.
I know.
I love that picture, bro.
Yeah. So... Anyways, that was us figuring out our schedule.
Hey.
Thank you for tuning in to watch us talk about silly stuff like that.
Look
Mexico. Who it is.
Jason. What's up, man?
Or is it, what did I, how did I screw that up?
You say, Jason Delgado.
Yeah. And,
or something
Anyways, what's up, Jason? How are you doing? How's boss treating you?
So it's Jason Delgado and Matt Digos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, why not? Right? If we're going to do it, let's do it.
Let's go.
How'd the show go on Saturday? It went fine. So we had Christian in on Saturday, so that was fun. What's up, Clint?
Hey, Clint.
Happy
How you doing,
Tuesday.
Buddy?
Yes, it's Tuesday over in Australia.
Now that we talk about Clint,
what are we going to?
Let's get the Facebook page rolling.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, I was just having so much fun saying hi to everybody. Everyone seems like they're in such a good mood. I mean,
happy Tuesday, my friend.
It's fantastic. Okay, so let me get rid of Clint's here. Hey guys, we do this little thing called the 12 Volt Clean Wire Club. Fernando and Clint are the two moderators on it. I have nothing to do with it. Yep. So it's kind of cool that he stopped by. And every weekend, Fernando scours the page and comes up with a install of the week, and this week is no different. So here we go. We got some Aura amplifiers. We got lots of wiring. I love lots of wiring.
Yeah.
So that looks really slick. Who? I'm guessing this comment over here is, holy Jesus.
That's Jesus.
Yeah. No, it's Hans. Yeah. Wow, that's insane.
Dude, that's cool, right?
That is very cool. That's a lot of fuses.
It's a lot of fuses.
That is definitely not Team No Fuse. So,
Mr. Victor
That's power and ground fuses. He
Good.
does not want his car to have a bad day. Hey, if you do an amazing job, make sure to put it up there. That segment's brought to you by the fine folks over at Tsunami Wiring. You can find them at tsunamionline.com, or you can just head over to metroonline.com, where you can find all the cool products that they make. Hey, we don't talk about them much, but a lot of you guys ask like bits and pieces and baubles. They make this thing called an installer, which is the installer store, and it's a cool book. A lot of the stuff that's
Install
hard.
Bay.
Install Bay, thank you.
Yep.
It's the Install Bay book, which is great because if you have a Metro dealer in your area, you can download the book, check it out, get part numbers, and then just walk into a Metro dealer and be like, hey, I need you guys to order this for me. And if they won't, then you just call Paul, and you say, hey, Paul, I need you to order this for me. And Paul will order it for you.
Yeah. So if you go to metroonline.com, check where it says Install Bay, and you do all accessories and all that stuff, man. Yep.
So the first sponsor of the show tonight is going to be the fine folks over at Arc Audio. We're not doing DSP talk tonight. We do have some great subject, but hey, you know what? We gotta let you guys kind of breathe, because sometimes it get overwhelming. We have a lot of topics that we talk about. We just kind of want to let it smooth out just a little bit. And you know what? I thought, hey, this would be a great chance to talk about the Black Series speakers. Some of you guys know this little guy that goes by the name of Brian Mitchell. He drives this little Cadillac thing that, I don't know, sounds pretty good. It's got a nice little thing in it. And yeah, anyways, he runs the Black Series line of speakers. And so the Black line is comprised of a 1-inch tweeter, a 4-inch mid-range, a 5-inch mid-range. A 4.2-inch means you get a 4 with the tweet. You can get the 5 with the tweet. And then they also make the 6 with the tweet as well, which is showing up here. If we go back a page. There we go. I went too far. I love it when the internet does that, when you're in the middle of something. If the Black Series isn't really in your budget, but you'd also like to check out some nice Arc Audio speakers, they have the RS line, they have the Arc line, and they have the X2 line for you to check out and have a lot of fun with. If you're looking for a really nice high-end speaker, make sure to head over and check out the line. See if Arc Audio has something that is good for your needs.
Definitely they have something.
They definitely have something. Along with regular amplifiers and speakers.
RS.
Check out the X2s.
I think he has the RS,
Who?
he says.
Brian?
Yes.
Oh, RS. Oh, that's right. Black Series is the old series. See, I like the black. All right, let's go over to the RS. As soon as I went back and I saw the orange juicer.
Because
there's his car right there.
Their car right there.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, let's rewind and pretend like I didn't say any of the stuff I had said.
Right. Start over.
Hey, if you're looking for, you might know this little guy. We like to call him Brian Mitchell. Yeah. He has this cool little Cadillac. Anyways, inside that Cadillac, he has the high-end line of the RS speakers, formerly the Black Series speakers. Aha. So what the line is comprised of is the RS 1-inch dome, the RS 3-inch speaker, 4-inch, 6-inch, and there you go. So you have a plethora to choose from. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I really think is cool about the speaker, if I can get this to load and load bigger, is the way they made the cone. If it doesn't do it justice, which it probably isn't, head over to their website and check out the way the cone is shaped. It's unique. It looks like an orange juicer, but it's unique to Arc Audio. I've never seen this cone.
But that will be a lemon.
Anyone else? No, it's a juicer machine. Yeah. The old school. Yeah. Who does lemonade? No, gross. Anyways,
lemonade, bro.
Lemonade is only good if it's mixed with ice cream, right, Brian? Anyways, head over to Arc Audio is really the point of this. You can find them at arcaudio.com. Check out some of the stuff. Go down the rabbit hole and have a good time. As I like to say, hey, there's nothing like spending a nice Monday night instead of watching, since there's nothing to watch, unless you're like, there's nothing to watch. Just go down the rabbit hole of a website. How much? Yes, frosted lemonades.
That's right.
Soon. Anyways, let's move on. Have you been tagging? Or you're starting to tag now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to pull one up. I'm going to pull up keys here. I have a Sony through-way component, the GS1631C, is looking for suggestions on a 5-channel to run these and a P12. If you're looking for a 5-channel, It's the GS series, which is pretty reasonably priced, which is nice. They do not make a 5-channel in the GS line. They make a 5-channel in the ES line, which is kind of expensive. So you might want to walk over to the friends over at Kenwood, because Kenwood has the 901.5 as well as the 802.5. Two of my favorite amplifiers for sure. We use a ton of them. So if you're looking for a more affordably priced 5-channel amplifier to go along with those, then yeah, check those two amplifiers out. Hi, Christian. How are you? What's up from Ohio? On the Nav TV GM 650 in a 2017 Camaro. Should the loudness be on or off? Thanks. Honestly, if it works, I would leave it on. I'm a big fan of loudness. I think it's an amazing thing. I like it because I don't necessarily listen to music at a really high volume, and loudness adds in a impact at low volume listening. Loudness also rolls off as you turn the volume up. That's why I'm a big fan. One of the features that Kenwood has and makes me a big fan of that is loudness. It's also called dynamic EQ. So there are some DSPs that have dynamic EQ, which is really nice. They're, again, big fan of dynamic EQ. I think when used properly, it can add a lot of joy to the system.
So tonight is the game 7? We decide? That's it?
No. So tonight is game 7. Once this round of 7 is over, then we go to the final 4. So now we have 4 more teams that have to play. So, East-West or West-East or North-South. I don't know. Suit divisions.
Jesus
so
Christ.
Then they'll play 7 games.
They play the whole year.
So there's 14 more games before we find out. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Wow.
And that's why nobody
you say
cares.
Like, football is boring.
Yes. Nobody cares. Yeah. I would rather, so the nice thing about football is, what is it, 16 games now? It's about 16 games? There again, I don't know. So let me know how many football games there are in a season. But that's it, and you're done. Playoffs go to July. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's great if your team is in it. If your team isn't in it, like, hockey ended for me as soon as the Lightning was out, because now I no longer have to listen to the girls.
Right.
But that's that 7-game or 6 or whatever it was streak that they lost.
So this is to pass for the other.
So whoever the 4 teams play, and then whoever these 2 teams are, then we go to the playoffs. It might be worth watching once we get to that point again, just to see what's going on. But right now, it's just boring as hell.
Okay.
I mean. Okay. If you're a hockey fan, it's the most amazing thing ever, because all the hockey fans are like, dude, these are the best. It's like, no, they're not.
Okay.
And Scott, all right, we'll just shout it out for Scott. Go Bruins!
The Bruins?
No, I don't want the Bruins, but I don't care.
Okay.
Hi. I have a 2011 Cadillac SRX Bose speaker. Do they make a T-harness for this? And what are your thoughts on the...
Optical.
Where did you see optical?
The bottom.
Oh, Joynet head units with optical out. Joynet? So
I don't know.
That's a white box radio. It's 2012. If the radio's somewhere between $500 to $800, it's probably okay.
Really?
If it's like $200, no.
Yeah, but some of these units,
some of these are great, and some of them suck. There's no way to tell. That's the reality of it. We have a policy here: we don't install them, because we don't know which ones suck and which ones are good.
Yeah.
It's just kind of scary. The other thing, too, is just because it has optical output doesn't mean it actually has a full range optical output. We've run into this with some of these where they've had optical outputs, they've had preamp outputs, they've had Bluetooth outputs, and when you put an electrical RT on them, such as the IRTA2, there is not a full range output coming out of it. And it was like, oh, crap. Not saying this one doesn't. I don't know this piece. But those are some of the things that we've struggled with in the past when people have come in with them and we're just, like, hey, it doesn't do this. And we'll test them and we'll be like, this is why. It's like this weird dome in the middle. It's all mid-range. And they're like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. How do I fix it?
By a overhead unit.
Exactly. Crickets. Toyota rear channel sucks. No bass, no watt. how to amp a bad sound channel from OEM head unit.
Change the head unit.
Well, okay, so Toyota is one of those weird ones, okay, because everyone always wants to try to fix something in a Toyota. Like, they get in the first thing, the speakers suck. Speakers don't suck. It's the radio. So, which you've probably figured out. Now, for some reason, when somebody sees a screen in the dash, you automatically assume, well, I've already got a screen in the dash. There's no reason for me to get rid of the screen in the dash. It's like, well, yeah, but if the screen sucks, just get a new one. If the problem, which we ran into this before on like a 4Runner that has the weird talkie talk button, so like you can press a button and talk to the people in the back seat, which is so strange, and the rears just sucked because of that. The guy's like, dude, this is terrible. And we're like, no problem. We just put a small 2-channel amplifier in there underneath the front seat, high leveled it in, out to the amplifier. Life is great. Everything worked. Mm-hmm. So that's a solution. You could put a small 2-channel amplifier in there, or 4-channel, depending on how many channels are in the rear of the vehicle. If you're going to do that, make sure you use load resistors, because you will need a load resistor, unless it's like a 2009, which it's probably not. So pick yourself up some load resistors to go in there as well. Pick up a nice amplifier that has high level. Like Audio Control makes the ACM 2.300. Be a really nice piece to throw in there. You could throw some AC LGD 20s, which is the greens in front of it. Little tiny amp goes right in. It makes everything wonderful, and that would be fantastic for it. And actually, I just so happen to have, this is by pure chance, this is it right here. Nice little 2-channel amplifier. They make it a 2-channel, a 4-channel, and a monoblock. All 3 of them are the same size. This was the one that was in Fernando's car for the last 4 years. This was the Lab. So this is a really old one. Chris Bennett used to walk around with this.
The first ones.
Bro. Yeah, this is the one he used to walk around in his pocket. And we're like, hey, we don't have one of those. Who's here? So yeah, nice little amp like that would go in. And if you're interested in checking out more, head over to audiocontrol.com, where you can check out all the cool things, such as their lineup for all weather, which is the ACX amplifiers back here. But yeah, what do you got?
All right. Yes, today is the day for your question, man.
If so, is there a way to run RCA outputs from my head unit to a kicker key 4-channel, or do I have to run each channel to the key? Wait, what? So is there a way to run RCA output from my head unit into a kicker key 4-channel? So I don't know what your head unit is, Stuart. So if you have an aftermarket head unit, you're going to run RCAs from the aftermarket head unit into the kicker key. If you have a factory radio, then we need to know, is it premium, non-premium? If it's a base model, and if you're going to be running it 4-channel, then there is no RCAs in the back of a factory radio. It's just going to be speaker level, in which case you have to get a T-harness, which you can get at pack-audio.com. Makes a T-harness for you, and then you're just going to hook it up that way, but it won't be through RCA. But it doesn't matter on a key, because the key, you just cut off the tips, and you go high level or low level into it. It doesn't matter. It's one of the great things about the kicker key, is that it's real easy to integrate into. So what kind of radio do you have?
Right. Okay. Did he respond?
I don't know.
Right there at the way to the bottom. You see it?
No, I don't see it. No, it's not here.
Okay.
I don't see it. All right. Next question.
Another one. Hang on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got this, man. You can do it. Hey. Hold on. See this. Okay. Who makes the best tweeter mounts for a 2016 Sequoia? I know you used templates instead.
My laser.
I was going to say, I use a laser.
Yeah.
If you're trying, okay, so Metro doesn't give you the tweeter brackets, do they? When you get, no, that's just on the Chevy. So you're probably going to have to make them yourself. If it's a Toyota, and
so Focal has the
integration.
The integration.
And so does Kenwood. 6902s.
Powerbase
Also has them. But if you don't have that, you're gonna need a router. You're gonna need a router or a really sharp X-Acto knife that you don't want to cut your finger off. Router would be better. Nice little router table, and some 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch like cutting boards from Lowe's or Home Depot, Lowe's, Target.
I'll go with like a car stereo shop. They can make you a bracket. But that will be.
Sue's funny.
What?
Sue's funny. Sue's Christian hockey ended after Game 5 in the first round.
It's like, what are we watching?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Pizza Dave, what's going on? Okay, bring up the next one. Hi guys.
Hi.
Kenwood 9 series.
Yes.
Are the sub out channels both monos, so I can use just one output, or do I need to use both? You can just use one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you just use one. You don't need to use both.
All right. So
most radios, the sub outputs are mono. Like if you look at like a Sony actually only has one output. Mm-hmm. Alpine and some of the units have two. They're the same color, denoting that they're not stereo. But yeah, most of the sub outputs are mono, so you're good. What's the best sounding 9-inch floating screen head unit? The 10-inch Kenwood is too big. Have you tried the High 10 from Stinger? You can find it at stingeroffroad.com.
Yeah, which one?
The High 10.
What is it, 10-inch?
I understand that, but it's a little different shaped. I mean, other than that 9-inch, you got an Alpine.
That's it.
I mean, Pioneer
makes, huh? Yeah.
I'd probably want to have the Alpine at that point. Because JVC Kenwood is... Oh, Sony. What size is Sony's?
Sony...
Because that's probably too big. That's a 10-inch, isn't it?
That's a 10-inch.
Yeah, so that's too big. I think the only one with a 9-inch is... like that's one of the big... is Alpine. Maybe in it, or if you don't want to spend the Alpine, you can go Boss. They make a 9-inch. Yeah.
Mm. Stay with the factory one. No, just get it.
Wow. That was hurtful.
This is how I feel.
That's so bad. You're so mean.
Okay.
Hold on, Dean. Would you like angel hair pasta or penny pasta? Angel hair soup.
Yes. Angel.
Oh, here you go. Sony does make one. The
Sony
X801 is a 9-inch.
There you go. See, he knows.
Yeah.
He goes to Knowledge Fest. That's where Sony goes. That's why.
Yeah. There you go. So yeah, check out.
Thank you, Scott.
Yes,
you're the man.
Scott's on point.
You should hire him.
Okay. So Melissa's having fun with Tom. So those two are good. They got their conversation going on. Thank you, Melissa. Enjoy, Tom. I'm adding a subwoofer to an extended cab pickup. I'm looking for a nice, tight, clean bass. What size sub would you recommend for the amount of space? So, a couple things, guys. Give us some makes and models, okay? Like, if it's just an extended cab pickup truck, is it a Ram? Is it a Dodge? Is it a Toyota? Is Chevy? Well, yeah,
so you cannot answer my question if I say...
So
the 6.5 can fit in my car?
So an extended cab pickup truck, nice, tight, clean bass. L7T, downfiring kicker box. L7T with a Key 501. It'll pretty much go in anything you could slap at it. Go in a factory, go in an aftermarket. It's got de-equalization. It's a tight little amp. It's tiny and small. And the L7T comes in at 8, 10, and 12, which pounds like a mother and sounds wonderful.
Wow, so, really?
Yeah. Jeff had 2 8s in his car. So I would check those out. That's about as good of an answer as I can get. They also make, if you have room for more than one, what's up?
What, Mike?
You might want to check out Kicker also makes preloaded enclosures for some of those vehicles that come with 2 and they have L7Ts in them, in which case you might need more than a Key 501. But if you're just looking to do one sub, that'd be cool. Be neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Could be fun.
Could be.
TW3 is a nice woofer. Yes, for sure. But I was looking for more of something that he could just put in there.
There you go.
Those come all set and ready to go. Hi, guys. I have you installed any Pioneer 3800NX radio? If yes, what are your thoughts?
I think we've done.
We have.
Yeah. And it's just Pioneer.
Next question.
Yeah, it's just
no,
Pioneer,
listen,
man.
It's a Pioneer. Pioneer is suffering like the rest of the guys from lack of creativity.
Okay, wait. And this is gonna be together. All that question
what
is gonna
makes
be
better
together.
products nowadays, Sony or Kenwood overall? All right, so we're just gonna kind of group this all together. So lots of things have changed in the head unit business, but the major thing that all of them kind of suffer from was lack of creativity. They're all kind of COVID, and we're going to use that as the excuse because that's what they give us. But it really kind of dragged the anchor on coming out with cool stuff. Radio manufacturers, I don't know why, they just haven't been able to get past the hump of like, hey guys, let's do some cool stuff. When you look at like stuff that is coming out right now, like we got some entry level stuff that's come out. Can't get excited about that. We have wireless CarPlay that's $300 or $400. Really can't get excited about that either. As a fanboy, that kind of stuff really doesn't move the needle for a lot of us because it's like, eh. Now, when it comes to quality of product, listen, if you're not buying the right column price point products, meaning if you're not going over to like the Sony 9000, the Kenwood 9000s or 900s, or we'll just call them the 9 series, it's questionable as far as what you're getting and who's making it. Because one of these manufacturers has slowly but surely tried to erode the price point because they're going after things like Boss and Soundstream and stuff like that. And the other manufacturers are going, oh crap, we have to chase these guys. And it's like, so it's kind of like when you see airplanes and they're doing this towards the ground. And then at the last minute, you hope that this guy pulls up, and he never does. He just smashes into the ground, kamikaze style. And the rest of them goes, crap, and he tries to pull up. So what we're getting is some really questionable quality radios out of some of these manufacturers. That's why, when I said Boss, I meant it because, compared to some of these other radios that we're getting, it's like, yeah, they suck too. So,
you're just going to speed up, bro.
Yeah.
So you can catch up with the other guys.
When you say Sony, Kenwood, they both make great products. Okay, when you're comparing like models, that's the thing. You have to compare like models. The difference isn't quality. The difference is usability. Kenwood is more flash. Kenwood is deep. Kenwood has graphics, so everything is like presents itself well.
It's very colorful.
Sony doesn't do that. Sony is more subdued. Sony is more mellow. Sony is like very black and white. It's the easiest way to say it.
It has ton of features also,
Cool. Yeah, higher end ones. Cool tons of features, but very, very not like pow. So for somebody like me that likes that stuff, I'm like, I kind of want the Kenwood because I want the lights and I want the thingies. But there again, we also have clients that it's like, I don't want to show them that because it's like, whoa. It's like I want them to be able to use the radio. So having both for us is great because, and as far as Pioneer goes, Yeah. It's kind of what we've kind of walking away from that as far as we can because they're
not doing anything.
So it's just one of those things.
It's one of those things.
What's up, Gary? I have a 9000 ES in my 62 Caddy. What's up, Kenwood and Sony? There you go.
Yeah. They awesome.
Yeah. Bassman right there. Gary. Yeah. Jacked and subs are jacked. Your words. I'm not disagreeing. I just don't want it to be where everyone can use it against me.
Yeah,
that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Hold on, we're gonna dig in this for Sony hedges are fantastic, but very simplistic. Kenwood and Alpine have more flair. 100%. That's wow. I got caught in a loop right there. It's like that's that. No, that is a great summarization. Lots of flair. I like having suspenders with lots of flair.
I like suspenders, bro. I have 2 sets.
Based on your response concerning today's audio manufacturers, I'm better off just integrating with my factory radio. No, that's not the case. So here's the thing. We have a simple rule when it comes to whether to replace the radio or not. If your car is like a 16, 17, or 18, and they make all the parts required in order to replace the radio, that is going to be the option we're leaning towards, because more than likely, the reason why they make the parts to replace those radios is because those radios suck. Okay? Now, when they don't make parts, then we go, okay, we're going to integrate. However, you're going to spend just as much money doing the integration. So the other thing, too, is if you're trying to take out a radio and put in like the $299, the $350, the $499, okay, I get it. But no, because it's like $700 and up, man. I mean, you're not. Everybody wants to make the most amazing sound system. Everybody wants a good quality sound. And it starts at the receiver. And it's like, I'm gonna put tons of sound treatment in my car. Great, it's gonna be wonderful for road noise. It's still gonna sound like crap, because instead of putting $1,000, you put $1,000 in the sound treatment, you put $500 into your radio. So it doesn't make any sense to me. Buy the best radio you can. Okay. Now, if you can't integrate into the factory radio, then you need to buy if you can't replace the radio and you have to integrate, then you need to buy the best integration piece of product available to you, because that's important, in which case you need to get into something like a high-end DSP. But you also have to be realistic about it, because when we tell people, oh, you need a high-end DSP, such as the Moscone America, such as the 830 or the 610 or the 430 behind it, or an Aerospace 8 to 12. These are all great integration pieces into a factory system. But if you don't really have a good grounding as far as how to use these things, then you might not enjoy it as much, and they're expensive. Whereas a radio is easy. Everyone kind of understands how to use a radio, right?
Kind of.
So kind of sometimes. So yeah, it's tough. It is. And then when you're talking about integrating into a factory radio, it's funny. This is the class I have to teach at Knowledge Fest with Herman, is how to integrate into today's radios. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's a rabbit hole that we're going to go down.
Yeah.
Yes, and not the rabbit hole that was in my swimming pool today. Bronco upgrade. Instead of a key 200 with 4 inches and dash, 2-way suggestions, DSP amp budget. Okay, so this is an interesting question. So upgrade instead of key 200 with 4-inch and dash, 2-way suggestions. So, I mean, what would be wrong with putting a kicker key on, let's say, a set of 4-inch coaxials and a 6-inch mid bass in the bottom? I think the hardest part is just finding a 4-inch coaxial and a 6-inch mid bass, because at some point you're just going to end up throwing the tweeter away. But you could do a key 200.4 on some KS4s, and I'd buy the KS 6.5 components, ditch the tweeter because you don't need it, and put key 1 and 2, key 3 and 4. Mm-hmm. Use 10 ohm resistors. You have to use 10 ohm load resistors. Purple. Get them on Access. You can type in purple load resistors or Metra Access load resistors. You're going to need 10 ohm load resistors. PAC makes the harness for that. Mm-hmm. That might be a pretty good sound. Like, I don't see any reason why that wouldn't suck. Just leave the rears out. I'd be interested to see how that sounds. I mean, we do it in the F-150s all the time. I mean, we literally do it in almost every car that we have. That would, I don't see any reason why this wouldn't work. Now, if you're like, the thing was DSP amp budget, that's where it gets kind of weird. Like Stereo Steve out in Utah makes the, what's up?
What up?
He makes panels for the top, so you can put like a 3 and a tweet and stuff like that, and he'll ship them to you. That just go right into place. You do have to do some cutting to get them in there. That's Stereo Steve. But yeah, obviously.
Somebody mentioned. I was trying to find it. Somebody mentioned about tweeter brackets, right?
Yeah.
Who makes sounds good? Somebody say it sounds good stereo. check them out.
They only make them for like Dodge and Ford and Chevy.
Okay.
I don't think they make them for Toyota. And he had a Toyota. But you could try. Sounds good stereo.
Yeah.
Go see Sage and the Boys.
Go see Sage and the Boys.
Hold on. What is an ideal acoustical RTA and microphone setup for beginning learning to tune? Okay, so here's the thing. You have RTA, you have acoustical, and you have electrical. Two totally different animals. This is where it gets expensive. You can buy a microphone, such as the Dayton microphone with USB-C connector on it. Plug it into an Android or an iPad or a laptop. You just got a long enough cable. It'll get you going. It'll get you an acoustical RTA for about $120, which is pretty great because you can have a lot of fun with that. Outside of that, electrical RTA is where it gets expensive. We make our piece, which is the IRTA2, which is a 2-channel electrical RTA that plugs into, there again, the same iPad, Android tablet, whatnot, so that you can... The reason why it's 2-channel is because a 1-channel electrical RTA is useful, but not in today's modern vehicle because you need to be able to compare channels. So you have to be able to compare your tweeter, your mid-range, your left to your right, looking for all-pass filters, looking for delay, looking for phase problems. So that's why we made ours a 2-channel RTA. That's about $250 for that. So if you figure about $130, about $360, $360. If you've already got a device to plug it into, plus you'll need an adapter, $10. So about $370, you can have an electrical and an acoustical RTA setup all ready to go. That's easily maneuverable. You throw it in a bag and take it with you anywhere you want. That's what I took to Canada to tune the T-Rex.
Yep.
Is I just took the IRTA2 and the mic, and it worked great. So, good times. All right, throw it on there. Okay, guys, I have a Metra Ether one-piece for my 2023 Silverado. I also have a new Rockford DSR1. Would you or could you use the aftermarket Metra or just use the Metra alone? Ooh.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. So we use the Ether piece
just for integration.
You can use it as a DSP, and if we were just doing like a really basic system, yes, we would totally use it. We've used it in the past, but I try not to because most people that have a Bose Silverado aren't going to go and get the most entry-level stuff we sell. So, we're typically not using that DSP. DSR1 is a great DSP for sure, and as far as usability, functionality, and whatnot, far superior using, like the operating system for it is far superior compared to the Metra piece. Metra piece is usable, but the DSR1 is totally like, it's a full suite of things, and it's, to me, it is the best like tablet style DSP software. So we've done that in the past where we've preamped and then gone to a DSR1 just because we like the DSR1 better. So yeah, I don't see any reason why, whatever you want to do, either one will work. Mm-hmm. But I mean, open up the best thing is just open up the Metra piece, see what it looks like. If you're like, nah, then you got the DSR1, just slap it in there and call it a day.
Right. Yeah.
You
want to change your UI or no?
My what? No, we're still going with Moscone Dash America right now because we got another 5 minutes of their stuff. Hey, my 2000. Oh, okay, Fang. Okay, so so this was.
Okay.
Dude, it's this Monday stuff is. I gotta get more sleep, bro. I'm just so tired.
Oh, that was awesome, dude.
I know. I'm getting caught in like a temporal brain loop.
Yeah.
Fang asked this question on Saturday, and I asked him to re-ask it today because you're the guy that puts the holes in the firewall. This is a 2010 MKZ, which is a Lincoln.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's trying to route power wire and RCAs. Found a spot in the firewall, but not much room in the door threshold. Drivers or passenger side.
Driver, passenger side.
I didn't know if you had anything you could offer Fang on this one.
Man.
Because that would be you.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna let him down, that's all on
Yes, that's just me, man. I to be honest with you, I don't remember on the 2010 MKX.
It's MKZ.
Yeah, almost the same, but
well, one's a car.
Yeah. No.
Really? Yeah. MKZ is a car.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I think it's in the driver's side.
Yeah.
Totally in the driver's side.
You're thinking of MKX. This is this thing.
Okay.
Let me get the 2010.
Same.
No, it's oh wow, I didn't mean to do that. But no, it's just it's a big Lincoln.
Yeah. What is the battery? Passenger, driver side.
I don't know. I didn't check under hood.
But yeah, like you're doing great, man. Normally,
there's under hood.
Yeah, driver side. Yeah, it has to be a in the driver's side.
I mean, because it being a sedan, I'm thinking you probably have to pull a lot of crap out of the way.
Right, you'd be surprised sometimes on the corners. It's hard to get it, but yeah.
Right. I look at where the battery is up here against the firewall. I wonder if this is the one where we pull the battery out of the car to get through the firewall. Because to me, this reminds me of one where we'd have to pull the battery out to get through the firewall.
I mean, you can,
because it's so like crappy. See how it's up against the, or it's just going to come through by the.
So if it has a plastic grommet on the same side, just make sure that the wires don't go through that. Sometimes the wire goes like this, and the plastic is kind of like a hump, so you can go into the top. But if you can drill a hole, I just rather to drill a hole better, so you don't risk any stuff, because
that's gonna be tight though. I mean, if it's got a grommet, I'd probably use the grommet just because.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like the power supply or the brake booster is probably gigantic. Yeah, that's right there. All right. Well, that's all I had. Thank you for waiting, Fang.
Thank you, man.
Wish you had more, but hey.
Yeah.
Output to 2 of the channels goes silent when computer is hooked up to DSP amp, so can't tune them. When computer is unplugged, all speakers work. Channels are not muted. Ever heard of this? What the hell? Outputs to 2 of the channels go silent. What kind of DSP is it, Anthony? I don't know if you told us, but tell me again. I'm curious as to see what kind of DSP it is. I'm trying to figure out for my Bronco where I should upgrade next or change out what I already did upgrade.
It's the 204.
Oh.
The kicker.
Gotcha. Well, okay, so it always sucks when so Fang says the same as a Ford Fusion. It just like I hate when people spend money and then they're like, oh, I want to do it. So anytime, listen, every Bronco we've done has just been like go crazy. So like big amps, big stuff like that. We did, so they go full DSP, multi-channel amplifiers. We run 8 channels in the Bronco, so we'll run 6 channels to the front. So we'll go with a 4-inch, but we'll bi-amp it. So we'll run 4 channels just to the 4-inch, which, oh my God, is freaking awesome. But then you need an 8-channel DSP amplifier, something like an Arc Audio. If it was me, I would either go with the Helix, like a V8, or I would go with, if you want the best in sound quality, go with the Moscone Pro 8-10, which is what we put in the last Bronco, and that thing was freaking awesome. So it really just depends on how crazy you want to get, as you kind of figured out. I always tell people, like, look, like you've already bought some stuff, you got it in there, you're either happy or you're not happy.
Yeah.
If you're not happy, well, how long are you keeping the car for? If you're going to be keeping it for like the next 5 to 10 years, like everyone says now, then let's just go crazy and let's put the right stereo in it. So maybe take a year to save up and get the right stuff. Stuff that you really want. So that to me is what usually makes the most sense.
Yeah.
So, all right, how we doing? What do you find? Anything? JL Audio VXI. Oh, wow, it's a VXI. I've never heard about that. I've never heard that on JL. Have you tried calling JL tech support yet? Because that would be a good place to start. Because no, it shouldn't do that, but it's muting a channel for some reason. Listen, all these companies have tech support that are there to help you. So I would definitely call tech support on that one. They also have a Facebook page. Ask on the Facebook page, because that doesn't make any sense. I'm on a budget from her. Everybody's on a budget, man. Everyone's on a
whatever, Mike.
That's why I said, like, maybe save up for the year. You know what I mean? Take a year, figure out what you want to do, and just
nobody want to wait for a
I
year,
understand,
bro.
yeah, but sometimes you have to, man. Do Millie Pro 6x9 sound good indoors? In the 2022 Ram, I put my Legends in my wife's car and don't have the budget for my truck. Well, that totally sucks. I don't know if the Millie Pro 6x9s would fit in the doors because they're gigantic. I didn't even know they made a Millie Pro 6x9.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Millie.
All right, so.
Oh yeah, those big suckers. Oh yeah, right, and they have the.
Yeah.
Those are $600.
Remember, like the high energies, kind of.
Yeah. Those do actually sound really good. The problem you're going to run into in the door is that you're putting your tweeters down really low, and if you're going to you could put a set of 6903 Kenwoods in there and outperform these in a minute, just because it's better positioning. Sadly, yes, you could just spend half the money, go with a lesser speaker, 6x9 mid bass in the door, 3.5 in the dash. You'd outperform these for half the price. That's what would happen. If you want to go with Hertz, I would look into.
They fit with spacers.
Yeah, but you're also now pushing the door out. So, and the performance isn't going to be there because all the vocals going to be, everything is going to be at your knees. I don't like that. You might, it's okay. I mean, if you put a tweeter in the dash, it'll just be really, really loud if that's what we're going for. But I think a 3.5 in the top of the dash with a 6x9 mid bass, or 3.5 with a 6x9 or 6.5 inch mid bass would sound way better. Mike Rios in the house. What's up, Mike? Well, I know it would sound better, but. Yeah. Hey, Dean. I have in regards to my aftermarket Sony head unit, what steps would I have to take to connect the JD 404 to 4-inch coaxial speakers, 2 front doors, 2 rear decks, and the head unit, is it possible? Yeah. So if we have 2 pairs of 4-inch coaxials and we have the JL Audio or the JD 404, mm-hmm. That's a pretty straightforward installation. You're going to run, RCAs out of the Sony deck. It's going to have 6 channels of RC output. You're going to run 4 of them, front and rear, are going to go directly into the 4-channel amplifier. And right now the radio is powering the 4.4s, I'm assuming. So when you run those RCAs, run 4 speaker wires and then connect those up to the speaker wires, disconnect your radio from there, and you're done. Power wire, and you're good. Sounds real easy, I know, but I'm just walking through the steps as far as how to do it. That's how that is going to play out.
Make it sound amazing.
No, that should work fine. And then the amplifier will have a crossover in it. Turn it all the way up, because it's probably going to go up to maybe 200 hertz, and they're 4s, so you're going to want all of that crossover on there, so you don't destroy the 4s. Why do I have to use 2 channels of a DSP to hook up a sub amp? Could I use the left channel from one amp and the right channel from another?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. Okay, so you don't have to use two channels to hook up okay. So this is a great question because a lot of the times what you run into is, let's say you have an 8-channel DSP, right? And you want to do center and you want to do sub, or you want to do rear and you want to do sub, and you have 6 channels up front, you got 2 left over. Can I do it? Depends on the DSP. If the DSP allows you to map output channels on their own, well then yes, you can, because you can use a left channel to be subwoofer, and you can use a right channel to be a mono rear fill. And how you do that is in your inputs, you would take whatever you have coming in for subwoofer and map them over to, let's say, channel 7. So if you have, let's say, an aftermarket radio and it's got 2 RCAs, like we said earlier, it really doesn't matter, but let's say you ran them in anyways. So you would map inputs 5 and 6 into 7, which you could do that. And then you would map inputs 3 and 4 over to output 8, and that would give you a mono rear out and a mono sub, which you already have a mono sub because subwoofers are mono. If you wanted to run 2 sub amps, then yes, you could put left into here, right into there, run 5 and 6 into this, 5 and 6 into this as your input, and yeah, you're good. It'll do what it needs to do and play out. But no, you do not have to use, unless the DSP says you have to. So, for example, like the DSR1 does not give you the option to reprogram that subwoofer output in some cases. You can kind of do it, but you can't because the crossover is set up in pairs. So you can't like tell it, hey, I want this to be this and that to be that. You'd have to go with external. It would suck. So it's really up to the DSP. All right, I got to get back to these
third eye repairs.
You have a great week also, man.
Have a great week, man.
Have fun.
Yes. All right.
Best sounding components: Morel Maximo 602s or Kicker KS 6.5. Both have soft dome tweeters.
Ooh.
Oh, man, that's a tough one.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
There you go.
I'm still going to go Maximo. 602s. I mean, don't get me wrong, but they're different animals, and that's why I don't think it's a fair comparison. Because like this, the KS is like 1.5 inches deep, whereas like the Maximo is definitely going to be deeper. That's what makes the KS like the speaker that it is, and makes it so much like, ooh, we should go with that, because the amount of sound you get out of a KS speaker for the amount of space that it takes up is really impressive, super impressive. Whereas the 602 is a conventional motor structure. So I guess the question would be, don't worry so much about which one sounds better. Worry more about like how much room do you have in the door. If you're tight on space in the door, the KS65 is going to be a better move for you. Like anytime we do a Honda that is just like a quick install, we will go KS or CS just because we know they're going to go right in and we don't have to do a whole bunch of work. Now, if we were to put a 602 in, you're packing a lunch. Like we're going to be here all
to create the new bracket, and
yeah, so and at that point, the sound difference is very thin and not worth the effort. So I would just be like, no, we're going to go KS. So it really just comes down to application. If you got the room, do the Maximo. If you don't have the room, do the KS. You're not going to be disappointed either way, right? Hey, speaking of speakers, how about plug and play? Screw all this modification and whatnot. Head over to Focal-America and check out Focal Inside. They have a full line of speakers that come all set and ready to go. You pull out the factory, you screw this in, you plug it in, and you're done. You don't have to do a lot of nonsense. You don't have to worry about if it's going to fit. You don't have to get fast strings. You don't have to do nothing. All you have to do is buy the speaker, drop it into place, and it's out the door and ready to go. Sounding great because, hey, it's Focal, bro.
Sounds amazing.
It does. You can check it out at focal.com and or just type in Focal Inside in the old browser and it'll take you right to it. Ta-da! Is there a simple way to connect an aftermarket head unit to a 2008 Lexus ES350 with navigation without having to repin a bunch of connect? No. No, there's not. As of right now, in 2024, the answer to this question is no. And you probably won't have the car in 2025. If you have the car in 2025, we can have a different discussion about this.
Still no.
Still no, but closer to yes.
Right.
But right now, no. There's no way to make this any easier than it sucks. It's just what it is. I know. Trust me. You would think. They were hard back then, and they are hard now.
Still no.
Yeah.
Right? They're still kicking. Still kicking butt. Okay. Hang on. Right there.
Okay. For Bronco budget, now, I could get a 2-way component set or a 3-way component set and run off the Key 200, or go for a DSP amp instead, but keep the 4-inch Pioneer A's I have in the dash with OEM kicks. Thanks, guys. Okay, Pioneer A's are bad, so let's just get a better 4-inch in the top of the dash and see what that gets us. Because like the Pioneer A series is like, that is budget for sure. Mm-hmm. But there again, like the KS that we just talked about, it's not crazy budget. A set of, if we want to go Morels, just so I happen to have a set right here.
Maximal?
Yeah, go Maximal Ultras. Again, very affordable speaker, what we were just talking about. Like, very nice little speaker. It'll fit right in. Big magnet, lots of power handling. So there's alternatives, but the TSAs are probably really, really loud, but they probably distort pretty quick. Because they're factory replacement speakers. They're not the most yummy things out there. But I would get rid of the TSAs. That would be the first move I'd make. You got enough power, so you can almost do anything you want up there. But I would just go with that. Get rid of the TSAs, put a nicer 4-inch up there, and see where that takes you. Because I mean, it's a 4-inch. I mean, even the best 4-inch or the goodiest 4-inch, you're still not spending like $150.
I like that one.
Nah, just happen to have a set of Morels on hand for illustrative purposes. They're going in the Land Rover, okay? It's just that. Hey, listen, these cabinets are filled with props so that we can show you guys stuff. I mean, just like I just so happen to have it's just by chance, man. It's just by chance. If they want us to talk about their stuff, it always makes it easier when they have stuff. And like this speaker right here in the top, this Flax is a 4-inch. It's for the Tesla. But they don't sell a 4-inch Flax. This thing would kick ass in a Bronco.
Yeah, it would be great.
I wish they just made it without the trim. We could make our own bracket. I'm hoping that happens at some point. What can I do to get more gain out of a factory radio? Running a D5-1300 on a Blazer, have the gain maxed and not clipping. Factory radio distorts just above half volume. It's a Chevy Blazer. Hopefully you have LGDs in there, the green LGDs in it. That's weird. I've never ran into this problem where I can't get enough gain out of like a DSP. This almost sounds weird, Clay. I don't know why it would be doing this. However, because there's like the Blazer, this doesn't make any sense. But there is a device, just to answer the question, which is the...
he has the LGDs.
No, it's the Matrix. So Audio Control makes the Matrix, which is a line driver. So, yeah, but there again, I don't know why you wouldn't have enough volume out of this. Because, there's no way.
It's a factory radio.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is pretty crazy. I have no idea why they wouldn't do that.
What kind of car is this?
A Blazer.
Okay.
But that's just strange that we wouldn't get enough. Like, odd. It's very odd.
All right.
What audio...
This is the last one.
Okay, right? What audio brand don't you sell in your shop that you wish you sold at your shop?
We have all of them.
I was gonna say I don't want JL. Nothing against JL, I just don't want it because we have too many conflicting brands. I don't think there is one.
No, like I said, we have.
I don't think there's any brand that we don't have that we don't want. I mean, ARC wise, we can't go wide on ARC. We just sell the Blackbird and the PSM Pro because we have an ARC audio dealer here. But I mean, we have hundreds of speakers, so it's not like I need another speaker line. And if I really wanted it, I know they'd give it to me, but I don't want to do that. I honestly have no idea. I don't think there is anything right now. Yeah. Yeah, JL's good for their stealth boxes, 100%. But the problem is more and more people are making stealth boxes, so it's becoming kind of like, and they're gonna, if I need a stealth box here and there, it's easy enough to get one. So, yeah, weak music source. Back to the I wonder if he could try going with what's the 24, the BT 24.
Yeah.
ACBT20.
ACBT.
So on the audio control, the Blazer, they make the ACBT24, which is a little Bluetooth dongle that slides into the side of the amplifier. There's an update to it, so if older ones, they did suck, but the newer one, I wonder if you could just stream directly into that from your phone. You know what I mean? Like forego the radio. So like if you're just listening to, well, most people just listen to CarPlay anyways. So you can still do CarPlay, audio through it. I wonder if that would make any difference. Just to see like what the heck is going on, because it's strange that there's like we have never not had enough power coming out of the amplifier.
All right.
It's very strange. Hey guys, I would like to thank our sponsors, Audio Control, Arc Audio, Moscone Gladen, as well as Focal for making this show possible. I'd like to thank you guys, the viewers, for providing us with questions. If we didn't get to your questions, I'm sorry. We try to get to as many of them as we can. The nice thing is we'll be back doing this on Saturday, or you can find us during the week over on Instagram, which is a really nice way to ask questions because like it pops, you just got to pop in and we'll answer your questions there. And sometimes we get better answers because we have some more time. Mm-hmm. We also show you what's happening in the Bay this week. We're going to be working on this Range Rover, old school Range Rover. Yay. No. But this is what we got happening. So definitely check it out. You got anything? That's it. All right, guys. You guys have a great Monday. We'll see you.
Bye, guys.
Fade to black.